I regret every single one of my tattoos, all of them. When I got them, I was like, oh, this isn't something that I'm ever gonna want off me. This is like a chapter in my life. This is something that I went through. It's a memory, so it's just gonna be there. Tattoos are something that will make you feel
Welcome to Pegasus versus the World, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel.
City boy, city boy.
All right, this is interesting. People are regretting their tattoos. I would give anything, hold on. I would give anything to have clear skin on my arms with no ink. Cry face. Look, this one's kind of popping off, you guys. A lot of people have watched this, and I haven't read the comments or anything. I just thought this would be interesting to talk about. Saw the title, and I was like, yeah, let's go. You guys have tattoos you regret? I have one tattoo. My mama told me never get an earring, never drink, never smoke, never get tattoos. And I stuck with all of that except frickin' tattoos. And I don't regret my tattoo necessarily, but it was unnecessary, right? So I have a brass knuckle tattoo because I started a record label, Brass Knuckle Entertainment, an independent label. So I just have the Brass Knuckle logo on my shoulder. And I regret it. You know, the label meant everything to me. Even today, it's in the moniker of my LLC, you know, my promotion company. It was kind of the inception, my identity, etc. But I just feel it doesn't even make sense. Like when you see people with all these tattoos, I'm just like, why do I have one? I just rather not. Also, I feel like I've always been about being different. Like I've always kind of been a rebel without a cause, rebellious nature, etc. So I'm just like, now to stand out and be the rebel, just have clear skin. Everyone has tattoos. Tattoos on their face, tattoos on their ass, tattoos on their back. Just don't have tattoos and you're the rebel. You know, you're the vigilante. You're the outlaw. You're the misfit. Nowadays, the people with no tattoos are the misfits. They're the outcasts of society. It's crazy. Anyways, I don't love my tattoo. I don't hate it. It's just a tattoo, right? But what she's saying, I'm just like, I didn't need it. And my mama told me, and everything she told me to do was right. I never drank. I never smoked. It always served me. Now I'm in my 40, I'm 45, have no health issues. You know, obvious I eat really healthy and do other things, but that was very helpful in my life. And you can get insurance and better things in your life if you do that, right? Don't get an earring. I don't need an earring. What the hell do I need an earring for? Fashion? I look cool? Who the cares? Especially once you have kids, you're like, man, it's all about my kids. The fuck do I got an earring for? I pushed the beater. I bought the nice vehicle for my wife and my kids to be safe. Yeah. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't get tattoos, no earrings. That's how I grew up. Anyways, this young lady is Jen Gomez 2.0 on TikTok. If you want to go check her out, feel free. That's it on the screen, just that simple. So go rock with her. Again, that's Jen Gomez 2.0 because we always want to show love to the people who are starting the conversations and going viral. So we're having the conversations here. If you rock with me on Black Pegasus, link in my description to my other channels. I finally hit 500,000 subs on my music reaction channel, but let's talk about this. Do you regret getting tattoos?
I regret every single one of my tattoos, all of them. When I got them, I was like, oh, this isn't something that I'm ever gonna want off me. This is like a chapter in my life. This is something that I went through. It's a memory, so it's just gonna be there. Tattoos are something that will make you feel uncomfortable and awkward as hell in situations that you never thought you were gonna give a shit about, but really you do, because appearance does help people gauge what kind of person you are, what kind of lifestyle you live, and if they wanna be associated with you or not. It can hinder you in job situations. It can hinder you in business dealings. It can hinder you in your child having friends with other people and their families because they're going to look at you and think whatever. And you can always say, oh yeah, like I don't care what people think. It's not about them. It's about me. Young people, trust me when I tell you this. You will almost certainly regret all of your tattoos, especially when you become a parent. I promise you're going to regret them. Unless you are in the lifestyle of like tattoo artistry. When you're 40, you're going to regret it. And when you're 80, it's going to look like a blob on you. These things are an embarrassment. I'm ashamed. And I wish to hell I could get them off. You couldn't.
You know what's crazy? I saw this older dude who was like in his 70s in Hawaii with tattoos, and it didn't look pleasant. I was like, oh, that's what it looks like when you're old with tattoos. So what she's saying, there's some validity. I think everyone's different, right? trying to put everyone under this umbrella of don't get tattoos, but I'm going to tell you the truth. People will say, I don't care what people think, right? But then from this aspect, and this is super shallow and whack, people are going to get on me, but I'm just telling you I'm being honest here. So don't, I'm not judging people. I'm just telling you how I process things when I see a person, which is really rare for someone just to be so straightforward online because everyone's hiding behind these facades to get more access or whatever. So if I see a woman who's like tatted up, it doesn't mean she can't be attractive or sexy. Like sometimes you're like, ooh, but I instantly think she's edgy in the sense of like one of those girls who like pain, might be a cutter, might be this, might be that. Like that's just what I organically think. And a lot of it's from lived experience, right? Before my marriage, of course. But that's just what I think. I'm like, yeah, sometimes you have the most beautiful woman in the world, and if they have like all these tattoos, you're like, okay, you question, you're like, why does she have those? Because her personality's on point, she's beautiful, but it's something where it's like a signal. Because to me, I've never gauged tattoos as feminine. I just never had it. I always looked at feminine being very soft and subtle and da-da-da-da, And my wife has a couple of tattoos. She got tattoos of our children. She has like a little rainbow thing on her lower back. She doesn't have a gang of tattoos, but when I met her, she had no tattoos, and that's what I love about her. And she decided to get tattoos because the loss of our children. Cool, but again, sometimes I just feel like that's a societal thing. That's like if it wasn't such a trend, I can't say. I don't know. Look, we do a lot of memorial things for the children we lost because if you don't know, we had stillborn births. 6.5 months for our baby boy and 6 months. Our first two endeavors with trying to have kids were 2 stillborns. We have 2 beautiful living children now, okay? I get it. It's her decision, And obviously when I met her, I knew her. But, fast forward, when I see tattoos, for me, they don't call them a tramp stamp for nothing. It just is what it is. And I'm not saying girls with tattoos are hoes, they're not feminine, etc. I'm just saying from the era I came from and the lived experience that I lived, there's a connotation there. I'm like, oh, what's going on in this person's world? Because you got a sleeve, like you're like a very attractive woman, but you got a sleeve. Like, what's going on there? Do you have your father in your life? Like, that's just instantly how I think, you guys. I'm sorry, especially for the women who might watch this, which probably none of y'all, and have tattoos. And you're like, oh, shit. That's just how a person like me thinks. Now, the younger generation is different now. They're accepting of tattoos, and they see beyond it, I'm still from the generation where, like, tattoos was like, oh, this dude is straight a gangster. What are you doing? Girl, this is what I'm talking about, man. Anyway, my dog is wilding out. You need to go to the potty? What's wrong? What is wrong? What's wrong? Chill. Anyways, so I digress. But those are some of the things I think, and what she's saying is true. She's acknowledging that. She's acknowledging that, people will judge a book by its cover, especially if the cover's kind of flamboyant, Anyway, let's keep going. Am I wrong for that, you guys? Again, I'm not in the dating pool, so it don't matter. I see people with tattoos. I'm like, hey, nice tattoo. Cool. I'm talking about when I was young, when I was dating, after a certain amount of time, women with tattoos had a specific stigma, like, oh, she probably drinks beer. Like, I don't drink. So the last relationship before my wife, I was like, I'm never going to I don't mind having relations, having fun with chicks, but I'm not dating a woman who drinks alcohol. That's just me. I've been straight edge. I'm really hardcore about not consuming alcohol. I've never been buzzed, or I've never been drunk in my life. I got buzzed once when I was 18 with some chicks. That's just me, you guys. So anyways, I'm not special because of that. I'm just conveying where some of these thoughts and ideas come from.
And it told me shit.
Hold on, go back a little bit.
Regret it, and when you're 80, it's going to look like a blob on you. These things are an embarrassment. I'm ashamed, and I wish to hell I could get them off. You couldn't have told me shit when I was 20 3 years old. You couldn't have told me I wasn't going to love the tattoos for the rest of my life. Now I'm stuck with my birthday on my arm and a diamond next to it because I didn't know what to get, but I wanted something on my arm, and now it's just ridiculous. There's a lot of situations.
A birthday, your birthday with a diamond on your arm is diabolical. That straight gives me stripper vibes. Like, I'm not saying she is. She probably isn't. She probably has kids. She probably just a real estate agent, you know. I don't know. I ain't trying to judge, say what she does. I'm just saying she's probably not that. But I see something like that. I'm like, oh, this is easy win in my dating life. I'm like, oh yeah, holler at her. Yo, that's crazy.
Where I meet people and I go to shake their hand and they see all this stuff, and I just know they're formulating like some sort of idea of who I am. And I know that
especially older business people who are typically the gatekeepers for your success at some capacity. I mean, we can lie and you can do a lot on your own, be independent entrepreneur, but like to get in successful rooms, you got to be with successful people. A lot of them nowadays do have tattoos, but those older folks, they don't. True.
Tattoos should not be an indication of your character or your lifestyle.
Facts.
But we are living in reality, not Delulu land. So we are going to understand and agree right now that it is. When you see him, it is. When I see him, it is. You deduce what you're dealing with based on the person's physical appearance. I hope I de-influence somebody, and I hope that person's not going to get a tattoo because of me. So check out those 18-month ones at Fade. It's your best bet. Love y'all. See you later.
You know, I got a couple of really cool friends that are all tatted up. Some rappers, some tattoo artists. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of dope. You know, it leaves this intrigue. I notice women are kind of like, ooh, like he's crazy. Like it gives off the bad boy thing. But with women, to me, it gives off the bad girl thing. And you only want a bad girl for one thing. That's why I don't think it's because essentially if I was a woman, I'd want to lock down a good dude. But when I see a bad girl, I don't be like, I want to lock her down. That's just not naturally where I go. Again, I'm not trying to lock no one down, you guys. I'm speaking hypothetically from the dating pool that I was in before I got married. Yeah, it's wild. I think she was onto something. I don't think she's lying. The best makeup hack to make foundation. That's crazy. Is this her? Yep. She hates her tattoo, bro. She covering it up with makeup. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I'm not mad at this take at all. I think she's onto something. And I think some people have the right to get into the comments and say, hey, you should not judge people because they have, like, tattoo art is beautiful. Sometimes it's gorgeous. So, like, sometimes there's a barrier to entry. Like, you get to know someone, you're like, oh, this is an artistic person, and they got some, like, Michelangelo stuff on their skin. Love it. Da-da-da-da. Cool. I'm just saying, off the cuff, since first impression is the most, that is just the truth. People take away certain things from tattoos. I wish I would have Don here because Don has a lot of good tattoos. And it'd be cool to see his take on it. So we'll get Don. Actually, I'm linking up with him tomorrow. So maybe we'll do some conversating about some stuff like this. But anyways, you guys let me know what I got, what I missed. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.
City boy, city boy.